Hello there, thank you so much for joining me today. This is Liz from Liz at Home, and I feel thrilled to share with you this totally outrageous book by Joshua Dunbar, 80s New Wave adult coloring book that I'm so blessed that he shared with me, and so I've promised to do a flip through for him on my channel. It's a really lovely book, and I hope you enjoy seeing it. So I have ring bound the book myself, and it is available on Amazon, and it's not a ring bound book. I just decided to do that myself because I like the ring binding and I want to use markers when I color in it. So it's got a mix of images that are more detailed and other images that are quite simple, and it's also a mix of landscape and portrait images. There are 91 images in the book, which is really great, and also he's added some of those 91 are actually grayscale, so he's done like duplicates of some of the images. I particularly like this picture, and I think I'll be coloring it quite soon and hopefully share some of these with you at the end of next month. It's cute. It's also another thing that really strikes me about this book is that there's a nice mix of male and female characters to color, so it's not just all pretty girls, and there's a nice simple image with just makeup and makeup products, which is fun, and some jewelry, which is great, so one could make that sparkly if you felt like it. And another gorgeous picture. So if you don't like big empty spaces, then there's images with details, but if you don't like details, then there are images like this with nice, simpler, quicker to color. They all have Joshua Dunbar's quirky style, which I like, and they have quite nice, for me, I like this slightly bolder black line because I do enjoy coloring these kinds of images with markers, and so if the markers bleed a bit, that black line stops them from bleeding through to the next place. Do you remember these old cassette tape recorders? My goodness me. Do you still have any? Let me know in the comments. I've still got some. Do you remember a phone like that, a telephone? I used to talk for hours to my friends lying on the beach before we thought about skin cancer. It's a cool girl. And then we've got some that are now going into landscape. So it's quite nice 80s fashions. So I hadn't really seen this book as I was doing the flip through, and I hadn't realized that there were a lot of landscapes. So excuse me turning the book around and around. Remember those video games that you went, I know there's still places like that, and that, I've forgotten what that hairstyle's called. Let me know in the comments. I remember seeing that in London for the first time. And I love this picture with this girl having a dream about all these weird and wonderful creatures. I needed a fox image. I could have done that one, but I hadn't got the book yet. So I think that's really nice. So it's backwards and forwards. Sorry about that. And some more 80s fashions, kind of sporty fashions. And 80s things, burgers and chips, milkshake. Oh, and those big phones. Nice beach things. So this is printed on Amazon paper. I will do some on actual marker paper. There's a nice Pegasus with a nice dreamy, cloudy background and things like jewels there, not jewels, crystals on floating islands. Sort of 80s decor with, remember those, I remember my mom and dad getting a TV console like that we were so proud of. And now look at this whole grayscale section. I think it's really nice that he's put some grayscale images in, and I love this as the cover picture, and then the makeup picture again, obviously, I don't need to tell you. And this picture, I think, is on the back of the book. It would be interesting to try one of these images in both line art and grayscale and see which you prefer. We often don't really get that opportunity. You've got to buy a whole separate book, so it's really quite a great deal, at least in my opinion. And then there's also just a few images from some of his other books. That's from the Simple Colouring, which I know many colorists love, and this gorgeous Hello Country, which I would love to get. I don't have that yet. And then an asking for a nice review. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I thank you very much, and I thank Joshua for sharing it with me. Bye-bye now.